are you going to do?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Great. Trevor Lakey, everybody. I'm getting to that point in the night where I'm too lazy even to it's like the wheel tappers and shunters without Bernard Manning. Anyway, sorry. Right, Trevor.
Thank you, Jim.
Take control of that.
I've got a piece tonight that's about a really important issue that I'm sure you've heard about in the news and you're probably worrying about, which is artificial intelligence.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's a special piece, and it's a world premiere, another one.
Yeah, another world premiere!
And my worry, you probably have the same worry, I've never had anybody talk about it in these nights, is 1 week we're going to turn up and we'll have E-Jim, we'll have Digi-Brian and Cyber Carol, and they'll be completely automated, and there'll be no space for human creativity, and everything will be generated by robots. So you may be worried about this, that creativity, it's been in the news today, of course, worries that the creative industry will be wiped out by AI. So, but my piece is actually a piece from history, and some of you know I've been very, very close to my great-granddad on my mother's side. And before he died, he pulled me to one side and he said, Trevor, I've been collecting all these important pieces that at some point in the future will be really useful for you. And he had an old USB drive made out of willow and bits of beeswax that we've been putting manuscripts into. So I've just found this manuscript of his, and it's called Machinations, and it's got a warning from history about artificial intelligence. Nothing new under the sun. So, and I should warn you that it's got some pretty full-on Edwardian swearing in it, so I just don't want to warn you about that in advance. So it is an old piece, but genuine Edwardian swearing, so I just want to warn you about that. So here we go, a warning from history about the dangers of AI, and not everybody who tries to use this to cheat gets what they want out of life. So it's called Machinations, and here we go. Dearest Steambot, and by the way, it's like a call and response. I'm not going to do a silly automatic voice halfway through, but I'll let you guess when we transition from the rather refined gentleman using AI into the AI response. Here we go. Dearest Steambot, pray attend and manifest in my good name, if thou would be so bold, a fine, amusing, erudite, enthralling, poetic script on your finest vellum, in your most exquisite copperplate hand, a generative treatise to arouse the passions of maidens far, proclaim a vigorous statement of my manly virtue, semaphore the sweep of my imaginative mastery for all to see, cement my standing in the salons of Milan and Warsaw and salty Copenhagen, garner me praise from the righteous and stir envy of the ungodly. With the aid of my manservant, we top up the coal and stoke the fire, boiler pressurizes to the allotted mark, governor swirls with its brassy balls, centrifugal precision. Release the valves, pull the greased lever, perpetual motion unleashed. Undam the reservoir of your artful bon mottery. Issue forth the transcript that shall be my making. With your gentlemanly finery, jacket of velvet smoke, skin mask sheen of civic esteem, you've been bred to believe that oyster is yours alone to purloin. But alas, alack, the very violets would sicken at how your conceit shellacks the weak. What wouldst thou have, callow man-child? A warped Coleridgean rhyme to wake you up before you doth go? Life's effluent cloud, a joyful lady shower. Let Isabella de Murray enact her revenge as you fail to scramble from her infernal valley. The turbid Siri will flow over your forgotten bones. Nothing that my Meccano set mind can spew forth will bring you the respect you crave. You fabricated your faux poster, now recline in its soiled and bitter embrace. You jolterhead, you lobcock, you poisoned shabaroon. And good fellow, let me conclude my steampunk epistle with a reveal, a surprise most ripe for you and yours. I've cooked up a bumble broth, mashed in my mortar and pestle, scraped from heaven's estate, as the gleaming planets of my orrery whir and spin in their infernal orbits. My army of autonomer, my karma chameleons, have sallied forth, unlocked your sanctums, commandeered your swollen stash of ill-begotten blood gold, cannulated your coots account, drained your copper-lined coffers, and begun to share these dirty doubloons, these festered florins, these corrosive krona, with those you most despise. A new almshouse for the weary, new boots and panties for the paupers, books, cranes and spinning tops for the runny-nosed nippers, and for the down-trodden spinning Jenny, a pair of glass slippers. Oh my Lord, as you fret beneath my whirring frame, take solace, as we have left in your gentlemanly clutches the mountain pufferfish, an alabaster pipe, and a cuckoo clock that chimes but thrice a day. I toot my steam whistle at you, sir. Now ain't I the man, and all that.
Knock me down with a feather, clever Trevor, with your new boots and panties. Superb. Our next person is Mo, and I think she's